Apostolic leaders need to have certain formalized relationships. Now, not all relationships need to be formal. Some of them do. Now, we live in a culture that values informality. You can see in the way that we dress. It's not like it used to be. People don't go to work in suit and ties all the time as they would have maybe a generation or two ago. Today, they may go in a pair of jeans or cutoffs, a t-shirt, and flip-flops. I don't think that's all that bad. In fact, I think it's probably the intersection of technology and our value of the arts that brings a collaboration among creative people. And creative people don't want boundaries. They discard those boundaries, and that's why we love them. That's why we need them. And so this informality is expressed in the way we dress. And I don't think that's a bad thing in church either. It's better, I suppose, than judging one another by the clothes we wear or having a dress-up competition. That informality also goes into the way that we interact with our leaders, sometimes on a first-name basis. I don't know that that's a bad thing either, because when you interact with a leader in an informal setting, it helps you get to know that leader. It makes that leader more human. You feel like you're actually talking to a person, not just a title or a position. And so all of these things are good, I suppose, except that apostolic leaders need some formal relationships. Well, what's it mean to have a formal relationship or to formalize a relationship? It means this, that when you formalize a relationship, you are bringing it into a new status, into a new realm. You are anticipating that what the relationship starts out to be is not going to be the same as when you finish. There's going to be progress. Something is going to happen and we're going to go somewhere, and that's why the relationship needs formalized. What's it mean to formalize? It means to create a form. And why would it be necessary to create a form? Well, because a form has definition. And so what you're doing in a formalized relationship, you are bringing people into a defined space, into a certain definition, so that you can move forward and fulfill an objective, a vision, a purpose. This is why we formalize romance into marriage. It's not the best just for two people who like each other, who have romance, to just move in together and start having kids without formalizing that relationship into marriage. Because the institution of marriage is necessary to take this couple into a committed space and move them forward in that objective, having children, establishing a home. Now, we believe that as Christians, that's the way that marriage and romance ought to progress, but it's the same thing with discipleship. When you enter into a relationship to disciple someone or to mentor someone, it is best done when that relationship is formalized. Now, Jesus did that with His disciples. He had 12 disciples and He had a formal relationship with them, just like every rabbi did in those days with their disciples. That formal relationship meant He called them, they committed to Him, He committed Himself back to them, and together they were able to fulfill this mission or this purpose. In order to have a sports team, you have to formalize the relationship of the players together on the team with the coach. If you have a military, you have to formalize those relationships to where there's definition and form given to the people in their rank, given to the team member as they join together with other team members in a formalized relationship to achieve the objective. You see, where there's a weak vision, it only takes weak commitments, and really you can have weak relationships and everything is fine. But if you have a strong vision, a strong objective, you need to have strong commitment among people that move into a formalized relationship with each other. And as apostolic leaders, as we mentor people, as we shepherd people, as we lead people, as we parent people, it is essential that on the front end of that relationship, we formalize it. I'll tell you about the 5 steps that I think are important to formalizing relationships in the next video.